Hi Leo, welcome to July. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy and thank you guys for supporting this channel. So let's see what's happening in July for Leo in terms of love. We have a new moon in Cancer and it's an eclipse on the 2nd, and a full moon in Capricorn on the 16th, and then Mercury goes retrograde on the 8th, and then we have a new moon in Leo, your sign, on the 31st. So let's see what the cards are saying for Leo. What does Leo need to know about love and relationships for the month of July? What does Leo need to know about love and relationships for the month of July? What does Leo need to know? May only the highest forces be present to ensure that the truth be told. The Four of Cups, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Temperance card, the Ace of Wands, the Judgment, and the Five of Cups. Okay. So the Four of Cups, you start the month off feeling a little bit bored and feeling underappreciated, feeling like maybe I should consider what my options are. Maybe you're not happy in a relationship. You don't feel like you're getting what you need. And you could be dealing with someone who you feel is being a little bit harsh with you. The Queen of Swords. Maybe you feel, this could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But even if it's not the actual sign, the Queen of Swords energy is someone who's been through a lot, and they've been hurt, they've been betrayed, they've suffered a lot of losses, and so they have this wall built up around them. And it's like they don't want to let anyone get close. So this could even be you. Maybe that's why you're not accepting the love that's coming your way. You have this cup here that's coming out of the cloud that's offering you. Someone is offering you love, but you're not interested. Now, it could be that the love is being offered by this queen, and maybe you feel this person's too unemotional, not giving you enough, too cold. But it could also be you not wanting to open up, not wanting to let anyone get close because of everything that you've suffered in the past. The Page of Swords is here. This is a card of spying, gossip. You could be dealing with someone, like maybe you're hearing rumors or someone's talking about you. But it could also mean having a challenging lover. Being with someone who is difficult, and you have to have a conversation that's difficult with this person. It can also mean needing to look deeper beneath the surface, needing to don't just take things at face value, don't take people at face value. You need to look deeper. So if you're trying to make a decision about an opportunity that's coming your way, you need to check all the details, check the facts, make sure you have the right information. And you're not just making decisions based on hearsay or gossip or opinions. You want to check for the facts. So you have the Knight of Cups here. This is a romantic proposal. So you may have received an offer or proposal. But I feel like you're hesitating for some reason. You're not willing to accept this offer. Maybe you don't feel like the love that's on offer, it's not the right fit for you. It's not what you're looking for. You could be dealing with an earth sign. So you have all the signs here. You have water, you have earth. This person is just a very hard worker. Maybe not the most exciting person, but very dependable. Someone that you can count on. The Knight of Cups energy is someone who's very romantic, artistic, creative. Now, it's also possible, sometimes like the court cards can represent people, but they can also represent aspects of ourselves. So in this situation, maybe what you're looking for doesn't exist. This knight is looking for this dream lover, this perfect, partner, where they lived happily ever after. So there's like an immature energy about the knight. Maybe you have an immature attitude toward love, and what you're looking for doesn't exist, or you're being too judgmental, because the Queen of Swords can be judgmental. Like things are being offered to you, love's being offered to you, but it's not good enough for you. You don't want it. You're not interested. No, you have this dream, this vision of the perfect love, perfect romance. Anyway, in any case, things are changing with the Wheel of Fortune. So you might have, released someone from the past. The Wheel of Fortune, whatever you're experiencing, July is going to be a turning point for you. And there could be some new beginnings, because you have the Ace of Wands here. The thing that you have to stay, and now here, you have the Temperance card. So you're going to be offered, there are people, the Temperance card it can represent two people who are really very compatible, even though they're very different. And the key to making it work is learning to balance, find a middle ground, learning to compromise. Maybe you haven't been willing to compromise in the past. If you want everything your way, or the other person wants everything their way, and you have to kind of meet in the middle. This is a card of finding that balance, finding that win-win, compromising, learning to see things from another person's perspective, not just from your own. This is also the card of the Archangel Michael. So you might be you're being guided to connect with someone who could be right for you. You have this new opportunity coming, this Ace of Wands. There could be a new beginning, that maybe even a new career path that can really bring back excitement to your life. Like here, you're bored, you're not really happy with the work you're doing, you're not really happy in your relationship. It's like everything is just like same old, same old. But the Ace brings a new beginning. So I think things are going to be changing. And the Judgment card here. The Judgment means rebirth and renewal. Having some type of awakening. Like you might suddenly realize, I have to make some changes in my life. I have to either get on a healthier path or get away from a relationship that's not working. Nothing is going to change in my life unless I make change happen. And that's the Judgment card. The Judgment is waking up and realizing I've got to, make my own opportunities. I've got to take action. If I'm in a rut, I need to get out of it. So you could be thinking of ways to get out of a stagnant situation in July, in a relationship. And that could be love or business even. The Five of Cups is an outcome. So there could be, you have a sense of regret. You keep crying over the past. It's like you're evaluating your losses. You've suffered some losses. So this could be you, this Queen of Swords. You have lost a lot in life. And you're focusing on that. You're focusing on all the things you've lost, and you're not focusing on what you have that you could build on. So there could be a relationship that you feel, it's shaky, or it's ending, or it's unstable. But you can salvage this relationship. The Five of Cups, there's still two cups here. You just have to focus on the positive. Focus on what is right in the relationship instead of what's wrong. And sometimes the Judgment card can mean that you need to forgive someone. So if someone has hurt you, and let's say you broke up because of something someone did, or there has to be forgiveness. Judgment is about, maybe you're judging yourself even. Maybe you're being too hard on yourself. Because the Queen of Swords represents a harsh energy. Someone whose words can be cutting. But really, it's just because this person has been hurt. You're using the sword to keep people away. You're using your anger to mask your hurt and your pain. And the Five of Cups can sometimes bring someone from the past back, a past lover. So maybe that's what you're trying to decide. Do I want to try and reconnect with someone from the past? Because you have changed. The Judgment, you've been working on yourself. And you have gone through some changes. And you are changing. And you're feeling stronger. It's possible you may want to reignite a relationship in July. One that you kind of lost connection to. Or you feel like the cups have been spilt. But there are still 2 cups here. So it's not the end. It's not the total end. There's still potential to make the relationship better. To have a new beginning. But it's going to involve compromise. It's going to involve seeing things from another person's perspective. It's going to involve realizing that there is no perfect partnership, that everything is negotiation. Creating win-win situations. So let's see what the astrology has to say. The new moon eclipse falls in your 12th house. And it opposes Saturn in your 10th house. In your 6th house. So you have this opportunity for a psychological breakthrough where you can have learn how to nurture yourself and release past baggage and any kind of psychological blocks that have prevented you from connecting in a relationship. The 12th house is the house of hidden things, hidden enemies, so the ways we self-sabotage. You may feel sometimes that you're blocked by authority figures at work because you have Saturn in the 6th house and you've been working. The 6th house is, Saturn in the 6th house, you're like the workaholic. You're constantly working. But you might be overdoing it. You might be sacrificing too much for work and being too Spartan, maybe, too harsh. And you need to be nurturing yourself. You need to be healing those psychological wounds. And you can do that with this solar eclipse in the 12th house. Gives you an opportunity to heal, to take time out to heal. Sometimes the 12th house can represent hospitals or institutions, like where you feel like, you need to get away from it all. You need to spend time healing, recovering. Take time out. If there's too much going on in your life, it's okay to take time out to heal. It's okay to say, look, I'm recharging. I need some space. You have Jupiter in the 5th house, so Jupiter is giving you luck in terms of creative self-expression, children, romance. You just have to let it in. It's around you. You're just not letting it in because of past pain. So maybe now is a good time to see a counselor about that so how you can release that so that you can be free to love again. Then the lunar eclipse falls in Capricorn on the 16th of July. And again, that's in your 6th and 12th house. So if you start something with the new moon, start some kind of psychological healing mode, if it's not counseling, it could be like taking better care of your health. Do something that nurtures you, that sustains you, that heals you, both physically and psychologically. You can start to see results by this full moon. And this full moon is in your 6th house, and it's conjunct Pluto. So you really have to make some changes to your lifestyle and your health. Because Pluto, you've been neglecting your health for a long time. And it could be you have some type of emotional breakthrough. where you really start to take things seriously. But with the sun in the 12th house, you may feel like being a recluse. You may feel like not socializing. You have some issues to work out in July, Leo. That can help heal you so that you can go forward and be stronger and get ready for that new moon coming up at the end of the month. So this is a month of healing for you. It's a month of evaluating your dreams and how to get there and what's stopping you from achieving those dreams. There could be some healing that needs to be done. Mercury goes retrograde in your sign on July 8th. And that's going to be in your first house. So it could bring some relationships from the past back. Or you may want to reconnect with people from the past. Maybe if you go through this healing cycle, you may want to try and go back and make things better in some way. Maybe communicate to partners. Open up more. Talk about your feelings. Not be afraid to express who you are. Maybe rework your image. Because the first house is your physical body. And Mercury retrograde means going back and redoing, reworking, fixing what's wrong, fixing what's broken. So you could be working on yourself, on your health, on your physical body, on your image, so that you can become reborn. You can reinvent yourself. And then you have the new moon on the 31st in Leo, in the first house, conjunct Venus. So as Venus moves into Leo and crosses your ascendant, it could bring a new relationship. It makes you very attractive. So if you wanted to do a makeover, that's the time to do it. With this new moon, with Venus in the first house, it's a perfect time to reinvent yourself, to work on your appearance. Get a new hairstyle, or upgrade your wardrobe, or just the way you are seen in the world, to come out with more confidence and to be more charming and more loving. Venus causes you to look more attractive, and it brings money, it brings love. You have Jupiter in the 5th house supporting this new moon. So there could be a new romance by the end of the month. If you work out all these issues, you have a lot of work to do with the 12th house and the 6th house. There's some karmic issues that need to be completed. Because the 6th and the 12th house relate to karma and sacrifice and health and work, and even employment. So there could be a new job. But I feel like you're completing a karmic cycle and you're getting ready for this new beginning where you're like a new person. Jupiter and Venus, I love this new moon in Leo, and especially that's in your sign. It's going to be very strong for you. So if you ever wanted to, re-announce yourself, or put yourself back out in the world, like the new and improved Leo, now is the time to do it. Work on those blocks. Work on that, whatever's been holding you back, whatever's been eating away at your unconscious. Now would be a great time this month to work on those issues. And it could really change your life for the better. And then you could hit the ground running with this new you, with the new moon in Leo. So a lot of things are changing. You're going through a transition period. And you could come out stronger and healthier if you do the work. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can just click on the link in the description box and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, enjoy these new beginnings. And don't be afraid to confront those demons. Don't be afraid to seek help and healing. And drop the wall, drop that guard. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and let new love in. And don't torture yourself over the past. The past is gone. You can't what's done is done. But you can always learn from that and grow stronger and have a new beginning. So I wish you many new beginnings. I wish you much success in July. And also happy birthday for those who were born at the beginning of the Leos, which is the end of July. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and thank you for your support, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.